So today I got another unboxing for you guys today. So I've been ordering a lot of ADA stuff lately. For some of the most of the Duo stuff that you guys will see here recently, if you're watching, this fairly newer, I got a lot of Duo stuff that's coming up that'll be really cool. But this one I got a little unique one today that's kind of in the mix. And so I got a Superjet in the mail today, and this is 600. So the only unboxing I've done of a Superjet is a 300 on this channel, and so I thought I'd do one of a slightly bigger one, and then eventually I'll have one of a 1200 as well for the 90p. But today I got a 600 for you guys. So as always, I kind of cheat and already opened the box and looked at a lot of things, but I'm still going to give you guys a quick look at the canister still and kind of show you guys what you're actually going to expect to get in these boxes and stuff like that. And so this is just the regular 600 model. This isn't the 45 centimeter, which I should have gotten for the tank I've got it, but it still worked just fine. The 45 just comes with a little bit different lily pipes, but the canister is still the same. And there is like the EX, which is a little bit taller, holds more media, stuff like that. So, but it's just the regular 600. So obviously, if you've ever seen a Superjet, it comes in a box just like this, and then inside will be the canister right in the middle, all wrapped up, and then on both sides you'll have lily pipes and tubing, and sometimes a spring brush depending on which model you get. So, like I said, I kind of cheated, so there's already wrapping off of it, but here is the 600 in all its glory. So obviously really big pump, obviously from the 150 and 300. The 300 now has the pump, I think, that looks just like this with the metal. But that, I know the 150 still uses like the little black one that looks slightly different. But yeah, this is when you start getting the big old pumps on there, Ewokis. So yeah, pretty nice. Obviously, it does come with a converter too, where this ground plug will come in. You don't necessarily this could be off and you can still plug this in and be just fine. So you don't have to be too worried about having this, but obviously this is running a lot of power, just like the solar RGB and stuff like that. It's not a bad idea if you are able to hook this up. You might as well, and they give you the converter, so you might as well hook that up. But not a big deal if you don't, if that ground plug isn't plugged into anything. If you're in a normal household, it should be just fine. Especially if you're not using a lot of wattage in the room, of course. But yeah, I won't really open it up because it's the same. It's the same in everyone. This one comes with mainly it comes with all carbon and the little sponge cubes, which obviously ideally you could just fill this whole thing up with biological media and then do maybe a little bit of polyfill and purgen in there, and that's about it. But ADA, the way they set their filters up is a little different sometimes. So they'll start off with like only certain stuff and then switch it over time, which I know works, but so you still might have to actually, buy some media for this, especially, but when you do get to like the 1200, 2400 models, you will get some biological media in them. But these smaller guys, they just basically fill the whole thing up with carbon and the biosponge, which will grow bacteria as well. But other than that, so you got the filter, of course, really heavy, of course. Once you get these big models, they definitely aren't small, that's for sure. And then you do get the little foam pad that goes underneath them. So this guy right here, so noise cancellation, pretty much. I mean, especially if you're using the ADA metal stand like this canister's going on, this is nice because it just doesn't create vibrations, nothing. Because it may make a little bit of noise doing that. And then you do get your tubing, like this guy right here. So your 13 mil tubing, both inlet and outlet are both 13. Again, depending on the model, the smaller models may go from a 13 to 10, 13 in and 10 out. Bigger models, you might have a 16, 17 in, and, a 16, 17 out, and then you may have a 20 mil in. And I think that's just the 2400 though, so you don't really have to worry about this one, but the 600 is definitely 13, 13, which is nice, keeping it the same. So lily pipes, I always forget which exact ones. I think this is just the P2 outlet. Yes, so 13 mil P2, pretty nice. And then the inflow should be just the standard, just like the 17 mil, the out here. So yeah, so just your regular input, but just smaller, 13 mil. Also, you get like the ones without the suction cups. Those are the ones that can kind of, they're small enough they can hold themselves. Those are mainly for the really smaller models, 300 and lower. But yeah, these two get the bigger models with the suction cups, which I always like better anyway. Because I can make them look a lot neater when they have suction cups, and you can actually keep them in place a little better. But yeah, so you get, like I said, that's one thing people don't realize about the Superjets is you do get lily pipes and hose with them. Obviously, other brands don't give you the nice, pretty pipes with them, and just the pipes alone, a pair of ADA lily pipes out of taxes and maybe shipping is probably $300, and so you just factor in that price, and when you factor in a lot of prices of what the stuff that comes with the ADA filter, the filter itself really isn't that bad. So of course the bigger models, and then they are, the filter is itself is still pretty expensive, but yeah, you factor in everything with this. I mean, this filter, you minus everything that comes with it. I mean, you're probably looking at $400 for this filter, so that's not too bad for the filter itself. And of course, like I said, it has the Milwaukee pumps in there. Those are, I mean, that's the most expensive part. So, but it really plays an effect with the smaller models, because like the smaller models only being like full 100. You factor in the pair of lily pipes, a couple $100. I mean, really, and then you look at the price of that standpoint. The Superjet really isn't all that bad, but yeah, that's basically. And then you get the clamps for the hoses, of course. That will the connectors to the pump, and then the little input hose that'll have a ring on it too that it comes with. And then like I said, it comes with the carbon and the bile sponge, which you guys have probably seen, just media inside there. But yeah, like I already had an established tank, so all I'm going to do is take all that stuff out and put the matrix that I already have in that canister and transfer it to this one, and probably add actually more to it. But yeah, other than that, that's basically it. So I'll probably have a video eventually of this running and doing other videos with it. But in the meantime, that's pretty much it. If you guys ever have questions on this, also my Instagram's JJ Aquariums, and of course you can comment here on YouTube too if you have questions. If you don't have any other social media about this, if you have questions, if it's worth it or not, I can tell you now. I mean, it definitely is. If you're definitely looking for a high end setup and you want, like for me, I like my setups to be pretty inside and out, and so yeah, this might not be the easiest to maintain sometimes, but it's also looks really nice when you open your cabinet all backlit and you have this thing inside there with all your stainless CO2s and your stainless canister, and with all the other ADA stuff, a lot of the power bricks are stainless as well. It just looks so nice. Everything about ADA is stainless, and when it matches all, it just looks so pretty. And so yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, are these more of a pain to actually, clean? For sure. But the good side is they don't clog as easy, so you're not going to even be getting in them that often, of course. And that's all canisters. I mean, as long as your tank's not clogging, you don't have a big fish bile load. I mean, you're really not going to be getting into your canisters that often. And of course, these pumps do not slow down whatsoever, so these stay pretty nice and they don't really slow down over time. Of course, you let it go for months and months and months, of course it will slow down over time. But these pumps being on the outside of the canister, they just don't affect it that much as say, another canister, Wazi, Eheim, you name it, that have, pumps internally in the filters that get clogged a lot easier and get gunked up. So yeah, these definitely stay a lot nicer, and you don't have to worry about much stuff with this canister. But so it being worth it, it's totally up to the person. Obviously, to me, yes, with its function, and of course it looks really nice. um, I'll take looks than function any day of the week. Sometimes, of course, some stuff is gonna function a lot better, and I'd rather choose that stuff. But this being still gets the job done way better than 90% of the canisters out there, and it still looks good. It's a win-win for me. So, but yeah, like I said, if you guys have questions on this guy, just let me know. I'll be setting it up like I said, and then I got more videos coming for ADA unboxings on Duo products. So other than that, yeah, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.